Will eating meat affect my meditation? I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? Are you feeling amazing? Life is so good, baby. So I want to share a message with you today. This is a question that a few people have asked me recently. You know, people are starting to shift their vibration and their levels of consciousness are expanding, and people are becoming more in tune with what is good for them and what isn't good for them. And a question that keeps coming up is meat going to affect my meditation? Is sugar going to affect my meditation? Is bad foods going to affect my healing? These are kind of two different questions, but they kind of get put into the same kind of compartment, and that's okay. Now, it's a really good question, and it's an interesting answer, really, because there are many kind of streams of information that kind of flow into the answer to this awesome question. So, first of all, it doesn't really matter what you eat. It's not really going to affect your meditation, or it might, okay? Now let me explain this. It really depends on who you are, okay? And it really depends on your kind of discipline and where you're at on your spiritual journey. Because for some people, having sugar, having coffee, having meat can kind of tip your brain chemicals and alter the balance in your body. And that in itself can turbocharge your thoughts and make you think a little bit more excessively. And if you're not so versed in settling down your mind and coming into your heart space to enter meditation and going into an observational space, it can affect you a little bit more. If you're an experienced meditator and you're way down deep on your meditation journey and you've kind of mastered dropping into that zone, then you can probably eat what you want and it's not going to affect you in the slightest. The thing is this: if you're an experienced meditator and you're way down deep on your spiritual journey, it's highly likely that you're not going to put too much crap into your body anyway. You know, it's only really when you're kind of starting out on your journey that you yo-yo backwards and forwards. I mean, I remember when I used to think going to McDonald's and having chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce was really healthy, because it was a step on from going and having triple whoppers at Burger King. I wasn't eating any bread anymore. So we go through these different stages on our journey, and for some people, being ultra clean and then go and having some sugar or some coffee can really kind of mess them about a little bit, because they're so finely tuned. You've got other people that kind of eat clean but chuck a little bit of crap into their body 2-3 times a week. Or maybe they eat pretty much crap all the time, but they're having a salad a day, so that's good for them. And then they go to 2 salads, or they start to eat fruits, vegetables, smoothies. They turn to vegan protein powder instead of whey isolate and different things like that. So we all go through these different stages. Now, it doesn't really matter where you are. You got to find out what works for you. But depending on your level of discipline and the way that you can control your thoughts and your own consciousness, you should be able to put whatever you want into your system and go and meditate. You should be able to drop a tab of acids and it not affect you in the slightest, because you can control and regulate your energy that firmly and finely and decisively. So it really comes down to where you are. In terms of healing, okay, there are people that will say to you, you know what, it doesn't really matter what you eat, you're going to heal. If you're going to heal, you're going to heal. Personally, that approach works for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody, because there are some people that if they're up against the ropes, you know, they got stage 4 cancer, they're going to need to go into hardcore meditation. They're going to need to go beyond their thoughts and into that void space where they can connect to source and go beyond what they've kind of created, their own identity, their own personality. They've got to go beyond that. They've got to, in my humble opinion, they've got to start chucking loads of food into their body that is alkaline. So green juice, red juice, orange juice. And I don't mean orange juice, I mean carrot juice, or juice that is orange. Okay? Because you don't want so much sugars, you want lots of vegetable juice. Okay, you need to be out into nature with your shoes and socks off and your bare feet on the earth. There's a whole kind of approach to healing. And when people come to us, for example, with tumours, cancer, something what you might call serious, we have an approach. And if you follow that approach, 90% of the people will recover. Okay? And 90%, it's a lot of people, you know? So just to do meditation on its own, or just to do healing on its own, without the nutritional elements and the supplement elements and the nature elements, you know, when you're up against the ropes and you're really suffering because the body's kicking out loads of symptoms, because that's what the body is. It's a highly evolved communication device. And when there's a tumor or eyesight that isn't functioning properly, whatever it is, the body is just communicating to the human being and saying, look at this stuff. But we as a species, we don't look at our bodies in this way. We think we've got to go to the doctor. We think we've got to go to the pharmacist. We need drugs or an operation. We don't realize that we can naturally self-heal. But when you start chucking the right things into your system, you do the right breath work, the right meditation, you get into nature, you can heal anything. You know, you can switch your body's innate systems on. And for me personally, I would say to anyone, you want to take a full holistic approach to life. And that means whether it's meditation, whether it's healing, you want to be eating clean, you want to exercise, you want to do your meditation, you want to do your breath work, you want to do your qigong, you want to chuck all of these things into the mix. And when you chuck all of these things into the mix, you really can be a high vibrational being. And you don't want to chuck all of these things into the mix once it's gone tits up. No, you want to chuck all of these things into the mix now to stop it and prevent it ever going tits up, because you're on such a high vibrational frequency. It's going to be impossible for you to get ill because you're just turbocharged all the time, living in your heart in a great space. And beautiful soul, don't forget those lines of life, because life is everywhere. Life is in the trees, life is in the leaves, in the birds and the bees. It's in nature, in the empty space. It's everywhere. So you can tap into that frequency of life whenever you want. It's an abundant supply of pure magic, pure medicine. Okay, so in essence, it really shouldn't matter what you eat. It shouldn't affect your meditation. But it depends on who you are, and for some people it will. But healing, everybody should take a full holistic approach. This is my opinion. Now, you've got to do what's right for you. And remember, don't believe anything that comes out of my mouth. Ever. I don't ever want you to believe anything that comes out of my mouth. I want you to internalize this information, feel it in your cosmic heart, and if it feels right for you, run with it. If it doesn't, whew, cast it away as a sin, okay? Because we're all unique beings, and we've all got different ways. Some nutritional programs might suit me, but they might not suit you, and they might not suit other people. But other people, they will. You know, horses for courses, we're all different beings. Personally, alcohol, it makes me feel shit the next day, but there was a time when it didn't. You might be able to consume alcohol and feel great the next day. We're all different. I don't think anyone should really go out and do anything in excess, but anything in moderation and balance is okay. Anyway, beautiful soul, I think I've got my message across. I feel that I've got my message across, and I feel that I've answered this question in the best way possible. But you be the judge. Or maybe not the judge, because you don't want to judge either, because that's going to lower your frequency and send you off on a different tangent. But the point is this: I love you. You're amazing. You have all of the elements to be a high vibrational being in your environment, within your own body. You don't need anything external. You don't need a doctor. You don't need a pharmacist. You don't need drugs, unless you're snorting life, of course. What you do need is to get into nature, do your meditation, do your breath work, do your qigong, put the goodness into your body. When you eat high vibrational, light drenched foods. You're eating photons, you're eating information, you're eating the sunshine, and that information goes into your body and does magical things. Okay, nature is a pharmacy. Your central nervous system is a pharmacy, and you can switch yourself on. The great beautiful thing about this is you are the manager. You are the CEO of your own pharmacy, and you can go out into nature and you can collect herbs and medicine left, right and center. So wherever you are on this planet, beautiful soul, please go out and hug tightly. Hug so tightly, hug real tight, because right now I'm giving you a big badass virtual cosmic hug, and I'm hugging you so tight as my sister or brother. And remember the golden rule of hugging: never, ever, ever, ever be the first to let go. Love fiercely and ferociously, and I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.com. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out, beautiful soul. Infinity is the ultimate ascension toolkit. Your mind, body and soul will be brought into perfect alignment.
Completely life-changing.
I wake up every single day excited to live my life.
I'm a better mother, I'm a better partner, I'm a better friend, I'm a better facilitator.
I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life.
It has raised my consciousness faster than anything I have ever done.
Things in my experience started to change.
I am manifesting much faster.
Seeing people with eyes of love rather than anger, it changed my life, and it continues to change my life.
Again and again, they just tap you into a place that you don't even know exists.
Freaking amazing meditations journeys, healing journeys.
Like the massive energies these meditations feed me.
There's hundreds of meditations in that library, one on almost every subject.
I lost 3 inches off my waist without even trying.
I have never experienced the kind of profound transformation in such a short time as I have with the star magic frequencies and meditations.
The amount of unconditional love that came through.
Also, I manifested $6,000.
What I did in 1 year was phenomenal.
I'm centered now, I'm happier.
If you want to be a high vibrational human, happy, full of joy, totally healthy, full of vibrancy and vitality, then infinity is a must. You get 7 days free with unlimited access to make sure it's for you.
And once you go there, you just want to keep going there.
The Infinity Library is second to none, fantastic journeys.
But what it really did was open up centers of learning in me that I didn't know existed.
The way that people approach me and respond to me has changed.
7 months ago, and it's only been 7 months, and the changes that I've made within myself are unbelievable.
Really been able to look at myself in the mirror and truly deeply love what I see.
Your vibration will rise as you connect deeply. This is a one-stop shop for your healing and ascension requirements. See you on the inside, beautiful soul.